It's like I feel like they think I'm not doing anything. And we are doing everything that the government tells us to do.
Most people would look at that list and go, that's absolutely insane to follow all of those things.
Why did the coronavirus rules on sister wives only apply when it suited Kody and Robyn? The answer will shock you. We've got so much to dive into today, so let's not waste any time. Let's jump straight into it. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Elena here, and welcome back to my channel Reality Nexus X. Why did Robyn know the rules 7 months before everyone else? When the list of coronavirus protocols was finally presented to the wives, 3 of them had never seen it before. Robyn chimed in and said, "I've been doing it for 7 months, which meant only she had access to the rules. It was never addressed why she knew and followed them so far in advance while no one else did." At the family gathering at Coyote Pass, Robyn hovered over the kids and had Mary do the same, while Kody sat by the fire, disengaged. Robyn appeared hyper-vigilant, while Kody didn't seem genuinely concerned. When Mary jokingly referred to them as "your rules," Robyn became defensive, even though it was said in jest. Mary seemed afraid to upset her, as she was in a phase of trying to win favor with Robyn and Kody. Mary was following all the rules, even isolating, yet she still wasn't allowed to see Kody or Robyn. That moment revealed how the rules weren't really about safety. They were about control. Mary did everything right and was still excluded. There was never an actual attempt by Robyn or Kody to include her, showing they didn't want anyone around. Kody later used having coronavirus as an excuse for forgetting Gabe's birthday, even though he did call Gabe that day, just not to wish him happy birthday. That moment was especially heartbreaking, as Gabe was visibly emotional about it. Meanwhile, Robyn's children expressed fear when she went to the hospital, despite the fact that she was never admitted, never given oxygen or fluids, and later claimed to have nearly died. The reactions were dramatically exaggerated. Robyn and Kody frequently contradicted themselves. Robyn claimed to follow every safety protocol, but was seen out shopping at restaurants, and once pulled over by a police officer while not wearing a mask. There were no signs that she wiped down groceries or sanitized mail over several months. In fact, when Janelle brought her a gift, she placed it directly inside the house, no disinfecting in sight. The inconsistency in Kody's behavior was obvious. He claimed he couldn't go to Christine's house because she was seeing Janelle, couldn't go to Janelle's because her sons were working, couldn't go to Mary's for no clear reason despite her being isolated. And Robyn, her nanny came and went daily. Somehow, that was allowed. The rules only applied when it suited Kody and Robyn. The nanny and her husband were supposedly following the rules, yet they were the first ones to be exposed to coronavirus. Later, Kody and Robyn both caught coronavirus anyway. The rules were just an excuse to justify their isolation from the rest of the family. Christine and Janelle pointed out the contradictions. Christine especially questioned why the nanny could come over if strict rules were in place. It became clear that there was no written list until much later. The extreme rules, quarantining mail, wiping groceries, etc., went far beyond what health experts or the CDC were recommending at that time. Dayton was allowed to stay in a trailer on Robyn's property because he couldn't follow the rules, but Kody demanded that Garrison and Gabriel move out completely. Why wasn't a similar arrangement made for them? Robyn and Kody's enforcement of the rules had little to do with public health and everything to do with controlling the narrative and who Kody chose to spend time with. The favoritism was blatant. Robyn never advocated for the others, never initiated any real connection, and Kody's rules were constantly shifting depending on who he was speaking to. Ultimately, the rules were just another method to isolate Robyn and her children from the rest of the family and reinforce their position at the center of Kody's world. The others were left confused, hurt, and eventually free to walk away. Here's what nobody's telling you about Kody, and why telling Savannah he loves her is the biggest lie yet. Kody, tell Savannah I love her. Oh really? How about you call her genius, or better yet, show up in person like an actual father instead of outsourcing your basic parental duties like you're delegating a task to an intern. What a weirdo. Let's be honest, he doesn't get anything from Savannah because she's not a pint-sized cheerleader worshiping at his feet like Robyn's kids, who have clearly been trained for that exact role. The man can't handle anything that doesn't feed his ego. I so wanted Janelle to fire back with, "Tell her yourself." I was literally yelling that at the TV. Missed opportunity. He keeps claiming Janelle only wants him around for the kids, but let's be real, that's exactly what he wanted from her. Janelle has always valued him as a father, not as a husband or spiritual leader or whatever delusion he's operating under. That "tell her I love her" moment, classic manipulation. He wrapped up that convo knowing it would land as, "Well, I would see Savannah, but since you kicked me out, guess I just can't." Insert sad face. He pulled the same garbage during their blow-up at her apartment. He's obsessed with spinning the narrative that Janelle is the reason he doesn't have a relationship with their kids. Not that he's lazy, spiteful, or conveniently unavailable. No, it's all her fault. Always. This time it was like, "Tell Savannah I love her because I won't be telling her myself. Not my job anymore, since you poisoned her against me and ruined the perfect fantasy where I get unconditional adoration without effort." Newsflash, Kody, phones work both ways. He clearly doesn't use his unless it's one of the 5 numbers in his unlimited calling plan from 2004. And surprise, surprise, those numbers are all Robyn's kids. Honestly, I bet he and Robyn share a phone and use a family plan for their 5 favorite people. Sorry, Savannah, no rollover minutes for you. I was thinking the same thing. If he actually saw her regularly, that comment might land differently. But he goes months without seeing her. Holidays, missed. Milestones. Nope. No wonder Maddie keeps her own kids at a distance. She sees how easily he drops his children the second the attention stops. And let's not ignore the passive-aggressive guilt trip. He tells Janelle, "Tell her I love her," knowing it implies that Janelle is responsible for him ghosting his daughter. He even calls them her kids now, like they're rentals he forgot to co-sign for. They're his only when they side with him, and if they don't, it's mom's fault. Every time. It's how he tests loyalty. He thrives on conflict because it's the only way he knows who still feeds his ego. Meanwhile, Robyn, she's running the show. I wouldn't be surprised if she gave him an ultimatum. It's them or us. And he chose her and her kids as his narcissistic supply. That's why he hasn't left her house in 4 years. And Savannah? She doesn't even hate him. She's open to contact. She picks up the phone when he calls, on the rare occasion he remembers she exists. She even said he used to visit when she was a kid, never stayed. That says it all. Bottom line, if he really cared, he'd call, text, or, here's a wild idea, show up. But no, instead he delivers that fake "tell her I love her" line like he's playing the noble victim on a soap opera. All to look good. Me, I yelled "tell her yourself" at the TV like it was a live debate. Janelle should have hit him with his favorite line. The phone works both ways. Oh wait, I forgot. He's too busy pretending his estranged daughter just slipped his mind in between cuddle sessions with Robyn, and her perfectly programmed fan club. And those curls? Not fooling anyone. Be Kody. Here's what they don't want you to see. Robyn's shy wife makeover is nothing but a desperate attempt to rewrite their messy history. Kody's recent comments about being with his shy and pretty wife were cringeworthy and clearly coached. The claim that Robyn is shy is laughable when we can all recall her confident and assertive behavior throughout the seasons. She wasn't shy when she paraded in wedding dresses before marrying Kody, when she demanded equal time before marriage, took an 11-day honeymoon while Christine had a newborn at home, or attempted to control family decisions, such as the gift exchange or criticizing Maddie for leaving the church. Her current shy persona is a transparent rebranding attempt, likely in response to the backlash she has received for her actions that many believe contributed to the breakdown of the family. This image is in stark contrast to her initial appearances on the show, where she was vocal, self-assured, and positioned herself as a polygamy expert. Even Christine and Janelle commented on how differently Robyn treated Kody, speaking to him in ways they never would have dared due to years of toxic dynamics. Robyn's comments and behaviors throughout the years have been anything but shy, assertive, emotional, and manipulative perhaps, but never shy. Kody's emphasis on Robyn being pretty seems like an attempt to convince himself and the audience that he came out on top after the departure of his other wives. His remarks carried jealousy and insecurity, especially in the context of Christine finding happiness with someone new. The idea that other men are intimidated by Kody is also absurd. He is visibly uncomfortable around confident, emotionally stable people. Robyn has not shown herself to be the shy, helpless figure she's now portraying. Her past actions include emotionally charged confrontations, controlling behaviors, and public criticisms of other family members. If anything, her new demeanor reflects someone who's now exposed and trying to save face, not a naturally shy person. Kody's relentless praise of Robyn is more about bolstering his own image than about her. His identity once revolved around being the head of a large plural family. Now that it's crumbled, he's clinging to the one person still standing beside him, using her as proof of his supposed value and desirability. Robyn, in turn, appears spiritually and emotionally exhausted, not shy. Her distancing and reserved nature likely stem from being at the center of the chaos and unable to maintain the narrative she once controlled. This awkward rebranding of Robyn is not only unconvincing, it's an insult to viewers' intelligence. The attempt to frame her as a demure and misunderstood figure doesn't align with the years of footage we've seen. What we're witnessing is not shyness, but the unraveling of a carefully curated persona. Don't believe the tears and apologies. Robyn's actions have done more damage than anyone realizes, and it's time to call it out. Do not be misled by Robyn's recent behavior. One episode of her telling Kody to call his kids does not erase the years of manipulation and damage. She has played a major role in the breakdown of this family. Robyn has consistently been controlling, selfish, and manipulative. Kody himself confirmed elements of this, like the Ariella story. Her tears and calls for reconciliation are too little, too late. If she truly cared, she would have encouraged Kody to maintain contact with his children long ago. She must accept her role in this situation, stop deflecting blame, and manage her guilt instead of rewriting history. From the very beginning, Robyn and Kody were keeping secrets from the other wives. A prime example is the wedding dress drama in Season 1, where Robyn and Kody created a false narrative for the other wives, only for Robyn to be upset that Kody couldn't keep the lie going. She was not even officially part of the family yet, and yet she was already undermining it. Though Kody ultimately holds the greatest responsibility for the family's downfall, Robyn enabled and encouraged his favoritism. She never corrected it. She used it to her advantage. Even the children have voiced their frustration and directly linked Robyn to the growing divisions in the family. Janelle, for instance, has spoken about how she learned to be cautious around Robyn because private conversations would be twisted and used against her later. This created a toxic environment and trust eroded. Despite the emotional scenes recently aired, they cannot erase 18 seasons of documented behavior. The pain felt by the original wives and their children is not imagined. It is on record. Robyn has frequently played both sides, offering carefully crafted words that appear diplomatic but serve to shift blame and deflect accountability. She says Kody should call his children, but she undermines this by adding that the phone works both ways, effectively giving Kody an out and sabotaging the initiative she supposedly supports. In a recent episode, Janelle again highlighted Robyn's pattern of word twisting, which the children have cited as one reason they feel unsafe or hesitant about rebuilding relationships. Kody himself stated he's still protecting Robyn and that he fears the kids will hurt her. That framing tells you all you need to know. Robyn is not just a bystander. She's been a central player in the deterioration of relationships. Anyone, regardless of how they entered a family, can be a wedge. Robyn is not exempt from criticism simply because she wasn't originally married to the other wives. She actively contributed to the division. Her attempts to now appear as the voice of reason or healing ring hollow. Her track record includes dismissing others' needs, like when Kody skipped out on Nisibel's surgery or when Christine had to sleep on the couch during visitation, while always making sure her needs and her children's came first. For years, Robyn claimed to want closeness, yet she avoided hosting family events and kept her children separate from the others. She even labeled Kody's other children as unsafe, refusing a Christmas gift exchange. Her past actions speak louder than any carefully scripted emotional appeal now. This is not about piling blame unfairly, it's about accountability. Robyn is not an evil mastermind, but she has continually made choices that widen the cracks in this family. She knows how to say the right things while doing the opposite. She positions herself as the peacemaker, yet offers subtle jabs and manipulations that reignite tension. Kody's recent statements that he never loved his other wives are simply untrue. In earlier seasons, his affection for them was clear. His current words are part of a pattern to save face, deflect blame, and rewrite the narrative. Robyn enables this by allowing him to play the victim while she plays the saint. It's an old tactic, but one that continues to hurt those around them. Many of the issues stem from secrecy, disrespect for established rules, and manipulation. Robyn came into a plural family, knowing the importance of unity and mutual respect, yet she operated in secrecy with Kody and made no effort to integrate meaningfully. She brought debts that the family paid off and never contributed financially or logistically. She relied on a nanny instead of accepting help from Christine, who had been caring for the children. The result was the creation of an island within the family, an isolated unit with Kody and Robyn at the center, while the others were pushed out. Robyn has often used her trauma as a shield to deflect criticism, but in doing so, she has inflicted her own emotional harm on the other wives, on Kody's children, and arguably on her own. She may be experiencing a narcissistic collapse now that the image she curated has crumbled, but that does not absolve her of her actions. Speaking the right words with hindsight is easy, but the consequences of years of manipulation, secrecy, and favoritism are not so easily erased. This is not a redemption arc. It's image control. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and much love to you all.